Hello class, my name is Grant, and in this video I'm going to give an example of the difference between comparative and absolute advantage, and also present specialization and the effects of trade. So for this example, in comparing San Antonio and Austin, I chose fish tacos and bean and cheese tacos, both produced in both cities, but possibly one more predominantly produced in one city over the other. So first, if I could direct your attention to number one, the table labeled number one, and that is San Antonio. And this is the production's possibility curve for San Antonio, and it shows here that in the span of 1 hour, San Antonio can produce 20 bean and cheese tacos and 10 fish tacos. And so if you can see there, it shows the opportunity cost of one fish taco is 2 bean and cheese tacos, and then the opportunity cost of one bean and cheese taco is a half of a fish taco. And that's for San Antonio. And if you direct your attention to the second table, it is Austin. And Austin, in the span of 1 hour, can produce 20 fish tacos and 10 bean and cheese tacos. And so, as you can see, the opportunity cost of one fish taco is a half of a bean and cheese taco, and the opportunity cost of one bean and cheese taco is 2 fish tacos. And as I have there labeled under, I have the absolute and comparative advantage. And the difference between the two is the absolute advantage is when the producer, in a certain amount of time, it's whoever can produce the most of a certain item in the amount of time. So in this example, in the span of 1 hour, in the first table, San Antonio has the absolute advantage in bean and cheese tacos because in the span of 1 hour it can produce 20 tacos, and in the span of 1 hour Austin can only produce 10. And then vice versa, Austin has the absolute advantage in fish tacos because it can produce 20 tacos in 1 hour, 20 fish tacos, while San Antonio can only produce 10 fish tacos. And so, and that's absolute advantage. And comparative advantage, it refers to whichever has the lower opportunity cost in producing one good than the other company or city in that good. So, for example, San Antonio has the comparative advantage in bean and cheese tacos because in producing one bean and cheese taco, it only has an opportunity cost of a half of a fish taco, and vice versa for Austin, it has the comparative advantage in fish tacos because in producing one fish taco, it only has the opportunity cost of a half of a bean and cheese taco. So now if I can direct your attention to the first table in this picture. This represents how many of each item each city can produce in 1 day, or roughly 10 hours. So for San Antonio, it can produce 100 fish tacos and then 200 bean and cheese tacos. And vice versa for Austin, it can produce 200 fish tacos and 100 bean and cheese tacos. So if you look at the second table there, I explained that San Antonio should specialize in bean and cheese tacos because it has the absolute and comparative advantage in bean and cheese tacos. And Austin should specialize in fish tacos because it has this comparative and absolute advantage in fish tacos, in producing fish tacos. And in this case, they should specialize in these both separately, with both cities producing 20 of their specialized products. So that's going all the way and producing only their specialized product in each day. And then they should trade 10 of their production to the other city and vice versa. And that is represented in the third table down there in the bottom left. And in that case, if you can see the dotted lines going from the 10 fish tacos to 10 bean and cheese tacos, that represents trade, and so that represents each city specializing in their individual production, fish tacos and bean and cheese tacos, and then trading, which is they both end up with 10 of each item. And so there you have it. I hope this could clear up any confusion or any questions that you guys may have had on comparative or absolute advantage or specialization or the effects of trade. Thank you for listening.